Well, Morgan, earlier today, a federal judge in California ruled that Trump's takeover of Los Angeles was illegal. Now, this past June, you may remember, the president deployed 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines to L.A. after thousands of people took to the streets to protest the president's immigration policies. Well, meanwhile, people have also flooded the streets in Chicago. This happened yesterday. This was all in an effort to stop Trump from expanding his federal law enforcement surge to the Windy City. NBC News Chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander joins us now from his post following all of this. So first, let's talk about this ruling out of California. Now, what does it mean? Does it have any implications for what's to come?
Yeah, Vicki, it's a good question, and this has obviously been a very contentious topic. This crime crackdown that the president has enforced, first in Los Angeles, California, and now he's discussing not too dissimilar crackdowns taking places in places like Baltimore, in Chicago, and in other Democratic-led cities. Specifically to the ruling by this federal judge, they found that President Donald Trump, his administration, violated federal law by sending those National Guard troops to California. In effect, the decision did not require that those troops depart, and its enforcement will begin. The order goes into effect September 12th, so just a couple of weeks from now. But it does come after there was a huge flashpoint there in Southern California over the arrival of these national law enforcement officials, the National Guard. We're hearing from Gavin Newsom, the Democratic governor of California, who had been pushing back against this effort. He posted in all caps today, "Donald Trump loses again." So this gives you some sense of where the courts are on this at the moment, but certainly it's something that needs to play out further. And it's something that's going to continue to remain a flashpoint as the president considers other cities and states where he wants to do similar efforts.
Well, Peter, the president has specifically been targeting Chicago on his social media platform, calling it the most dangerous city in the world. Give us a fact check here. What kind of data is he using to support that? And what could a crackdown there look like?
Well, it's a good question. He refers to about at least 54 people who were shot in Chicago over the weekend, 8 people killed by our accounts. There were at least 54 people shot, and 7, we were told, by law enforcement on the ground who were killed there. The president also noted that Chicago is the murder capital of the world. The fact check on that is that it is false. Tijuana, Mexico, according to the best analysis that we could find, is the most dangerous in the world. And as you look at a map of the United States, the most dangerous cities in terms of crime in the U.S. right now, Chicago doesn't even rank in the top 10 among the cities that do have some significant issues, at least as it relates to danger. The only one in the top 10 worldwide, as the president has said Chicago is Memphis right now. But it's certainly a place where the president sees political capital, and he's leaning forward in this effort. Vicki?
All right, Peter Alexander, a lot to unpack and go through. Thank you so much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.